Welcome back mga ka-accounting. Ako ay nagbabalik. Hindi gaya ng ex nyo, hindi na bumalik. Pero, naka-adjust ka na ba mula nung hindi siya bumalik? Kasi ngayon, ang pag-aaralan natin ay isa sa mga nahihirapan ang mga karamihan sa concept na ito, ang adjusting process. So, ibig sabihin, ating intindihin ang adjusting process at types of adjusting. Ayon sa time period principle, the life of the business is divided into equal periods. Ito ay upang maging uniform ang coverage ng bawat financial statement ng isang business. Ang accounting period na ginagamit ng isang entity ay pwedeng calendar year, fiscal year, or natural business year. Pag sinabi nating calendar year, ito ay nagsisimula ng January 1 at natatapos ng December 31. Ito ang kadalasan na ginagamit ng mga business entity. Pero pag sinabi nating fiscal year, ito ay hindi nagre-require na natatapos ng December 31. Pwede itong magsimula ng April 1 at matapos ng March 31 or July 1 at matatapos ng June 30 at iba pa. Pero pag sinabi naman nating natural business year, ito ay kadalasang ginagamit tuwing lax season. Ibig sabihin sa mga panahon na mababa ang revenue. Gamit ang calendar year, gumagawa ang isang company ng financial statement every December 31. Ngunit, bago mag-prepare ng financial statement, kailangan munang i-update ang mga balances ng isang entity. Ito yung tinatawag nating adjusting process. Ang accounting na ginagamit ng mga company ay accrual basis. Ibig sabihin, nagre-record tayo ng revenue when we earn at nagre-record tayo ng expenses when we incurred. Hindi kung kailan tayo nakatanggap ng pera or nagbabayad tayo ng pera. Meron naman tayong tinatawag na cash basis. Ibig sabihin nito, nagre-record tayo ng revenue kapag nakakatanggap tayo ng pera galing sa customer. At nagre-record din tayo dito na expenses kapag tayo ay nagbabayad ng gamit ang cash. Dahil sa accrual basis, kaya kailangan ang adjusting process upang ma-report sa proper period ang revenues at expenses. So ngayon naman, puntahan natin ang accrual tsaka deferral. At sinasabi dito na may 6 types of adjusting items tayo. Under deferral, meron tayong type 1 na prepaid asset or asset method. Type 2, the unearned revenue or liability method. Under accrual, meron tayong type 3, accrued expenses, type 4, accrued revenue, at sa type 5, ito yung tinatawag nating expense method, at type 6, ito yung tinatawag nating revenue method. Ngayon, ang una nating i-discuss ay ang mga items na nasa deferral. Una, meron tayong asset method or prepaid asset. Dito, nagbabayad tayo ng pera in advance para sa ating mga expenses. Halimbawa, ABC Company ay nagbayad siya noong October 1 ng 30,000 pesos good for 5 months. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon tayo ng asset. Bakit asset? Kasi hindi pa natin siya nagagamit. Kaya ang initial journal entry nito ay debit, prepaid rent, 30,000, at credit cash na 30,000. Pero, pagdating ng December 31, adjusting process tayo, magkakaroon tayo ng adjusting entry na, okay, i-record na natin siya as rent expense. Okay, kasi nag-lapse na or nagamit na natin yung renta. So, ibig sabihin, tama lang na i-record na natin siya na as expenses. Kaya pero magkano? 30,000 divided by 5 is equal to 6,000. Ilang months ba ang nag-lapse? From October, November, December. Kaya ibig sabihin tatlo. Kaya 3 times 6,000, magre-record tayo ngayon ng expenses na 18,000. So debit, rent expense, 18,000, and credit, prepaid rent, 18,000. Pero, kung mapapansin ninyo, sinabi ko rin under type 5 ang expense method. Under expense method, sinasabi dito na pag nagbayad tayo in cash advance, i-record natin kaagad ito as expense. Kaya kung mapapansin mo, ang magiging journal entry natin under expense method dapat ay debit expenses or rent expense 30,000, credit cash 30,000. Same example tayo, yung naunang example. Kaya kung mapapansin mo, nagbayad daw ng 30,000 in advance pero ni-record ka agad as rent expense. Pero sa katotohanan, pagdating ng December 31, hindi pa naman lahat yun expenses kasi hindi pa natin nagamit lahat. Kaya, ang magiging adjusting process nito ay babalik na rin natin or tatanggalin natin yung na-expense natin nung nauna. Ilan ba dapat ang ating expenses? 3 buwan lang ang nagamit, kaya ibig sabihin, 30,000 divided by 5, 6,000 times 3, 18,000. Dapat, 18,000 lang ang ating expenses. Kaya sobra yung ni-record niya nung una. Kaya ang adjusting process niya ay tatanggalin natin siya sa expenses. Kapartner niya ay magiging asset siya na prepaid rent na 12,000 debit at credit rent expense na 12,000. Kung mapapansin nyo, under asset method, yung amount na nilagay natin is the tama, used portion or expired portion. Pero, under expense method, sa adjusting process, ang ilalagay nating amount is the, yung unexpired or the unused portion. Under asset method, ay may example tayo na depreciation expense. Ang depreciation expense ay systematic allocation of expenses of particular asset due to wear and tear. Meron tayong iba't ibang method para makompute ang ating depreciation expense. Pero sa ngayon, ang ituturo ko muna ay straight line method, na ang formula ay cost minus salvage value over useful life. Example, ABC Company purchased an equipment during January 1, 2019 costing 110,000 with a 10 years useful life and 10,000 salvage value. Kaya, sa formula natin, meron tayong cost minus salvage value over useful life, okay? Isa-substitute lang natin. Cost magkano? 110,000. Minus salvage value na 10,000 divided by 10, kaya magkakaroon tayo ng depreciation na tama, 10,000. So, ibig sabihin, ang annual depreciation natin sa bawat taon ay 10,000. Kaya anong entry nito? Debit, depreciation expense, 10,000, at credit, accumulated depreciation na 10,000. Ang accumulated depreciation ay isang contra-asset account. Ito ay pumapasok under asset sa baba ng particular equipment, tapos ito ay kabawasan. Under deferral pa rin tayo, pero pupunta na tayo sa type 2 o yung tinatawag nating unearned revenue or liability method. Dito naman, nagbabayad ang ating customer in advance ng pera at nire-record muna natin siya as liability kasi hindi pa natin na-render yung services or naibibigay yung goods na kailangan niya. So, example tayo. During December 1, 2019, ABC Company received 75,000 as advance payment from customer good for 3 months for services. Kaya, ang magiging initial journal entry natin dito ay, since nakatanggap tayo ng pera, debit, cash, 75,000 at credit, unearned revenue ng 75,000. Bakit unearned revenue? Kasi, nakatanggap lang naman tayo ng pera nang wala pa tayong ginagawa. Kaya ibig sabihin, may utang pa tayong serbisyo sa ating customer. Kaya, dinagdag pa natin siya or ginawa pa natin siya as liability. Pagdating ng December 31, 2019, ibig sabihin, December 1 to December 31, naglaps na ang isang buwan kasi good for 3 months daw yung services na binayad ni customer. Kaya, Yung 75,000, good for 3 months. Kaya 75,000 divided by 3, meron tayong 25,000. Kaya, pwede na nating i-recognize yung 25,000 as revenue. Ang magiging adjusting entry natin dito ay debit, unearned revenue, 25,000, credit, service revenue, 25,000. Kung mapapansin ninyo, ang amount na na-record natin is yung amount na kung saan, kung ilan yung na-provide or na-rendered nating services. Next tayo, pag-usapan naman natin ang type 6, the liability method or revenue method. Under revenue method, sinasabi dito na i-record natin as revenue yung mga natatanggap nating pera kahit ito ay cash in advance. Kaya the same example tayo, ang magiging initial journal entry niya ay debit cash, 75,000, credit, revenue, 75,000. Pero, pagdating ng December 31, alam naman natin na hindi 75,000 dapat ang ating revenue. Kasi, isang buwan pa lang yung nare-render nating service sa ating customer. Kaya, magiging overstated ang ating revenue kung sakali. Kaya, ang magiging adjusting entry nito ay tama, babawasan natin ang revenue. Since ang revenue, ang normal balance ay credit, kailangan natin tong i-debit. Debit, revenue, 50,000 at credit, unearned revenue, 50,000. Kung mapapansin nyo ulit, ang nilagay nating amount is yung hindi pa na ibibigay. 'Di ba? Yung hindi pa natin na-render, which is 2 months. Kaya 25,000 times 2, 50,000. So, yun yung ginagawa sa revenue method. Isunod natin ang accrual. Under accrual, dito natin pag-uusapan ang mga expenses na na-incur na natin pero hindi pa natin nababayaran or revenue na-earn na natin pero hindi pa natin nakokolekta. Kaya dito rin pumapasok si matching principle wherein we are matching our expenses to our revenue. Okay, unahin natin ang type 3, the accrued expenses. Pag sinabi nating accrued expenses, we already incurred the expenses pero hindi pa tayo nagbabayad ng pera or cash. For example, may isang company daw na merong 5 empleyado at bawat empleyado ay sumisweldo ng 200 pesos every Friday at 5 araw daw sa isang linggo ang kanilang trabaho. Ngayon, natapat na Wednesday ang December 31. Kaya anong gagawin nating adjusting? Ang gagawin nating adjusting ay bibilangin natin yung kung ilang araw ba ang na-provide na ng mga employee or natrabaho na sa atin. Meron tayong Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kaya 3 araw yon. Kaya, kung 5 empleyado, tapos sumisweldo ng 200, kaya 5 times 200 times 3 na araw na kanilang na-render na or na-provide na sa atin na serbisyo, kaya meron tayong 3,000. Yung 3,000 na yon, kailangan na natin siyang i-record as expense kasi nagamit na natin or na-incurred na natin. Kaya, debit, accrued salaries or salaries expense, 3,000. Credit, salaries payable, 3,000. Kung mapapansin mo, ni-record muna siya as liability kasi hindi ka pa naman nagbabayad as cash. So, yun yung ating accrued expenses. Another example of our accrued expenses is yung pagbabayad natin ng interest. For example, during December 1, the company borrowed 100,000 with 12% interest-bearing note with good for 6 months. Okay, so pagdating ng December 31, magkaka-incur tayo ngayon ng tinatawag nating interest expense. Pero paano nga ba mag-compute ng interest? Ang formula ng ating interest ay PRT. Ano ibig sabihin ng PRT? P for principal, R for rate, and T for time. Sa pag-compute ng interest, mahalaga na alam natin kung kailan natin inutang yung pera. At para malaman natin kung magkano yung i-adjust nating interest. Inutang daw natin yung pera December 1, kaya December 1 to December 31, ilan yung nag-lapse? Merong tama, 1 month. Okay, so 100,000 times 12% times 1/12. Okay, kaya ang magiging sagot doon ay 1,000. So, ibig sabihin, kung 1,000 ang sagot, magre-record tayo ng debit, interest expense, 1,000, credit, interest payable, 1,000. Bakit ba tayo nag-record ng interest expense? Kasi nga po, nag-lapse na yung first month. Ibig sabihin, yung pang-unang buwan, yung December 1 to December 31, kailangan meron na tayo kaagad doon na tinatawag nating interest expense kasi nagamit na siya or nag-lapse na siya. So, ganun po ang ibig sabihin ng ating accrual. Nagre-record na tayo ng expenses kahit hindi pa natin siya nababayaran. Next is type 4, accrued revenue. Under this type, nag-render na tayo ng services pero hindi pa tayo nakaka-collecta from customer or hindi pa nagbayad yung ating customer. For example, ABC company rendered services to customer D 500,000 on account. Kaya, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo dito ng tinatawag nating account receivable or accounts receivable na pautang pa natin kay customer. Kasi nga, naibigay na yung serbisyo, pero hindi pa siya nagbabayad. Kaya, debit account receivable, 500,000, credit revenue, 500,000. So, yun yung sinasabi ng ating accrued revenue. Ibig sabihin, every time na nag-a-accrued tayo ng revenue, mayroon tayong debit, accounts receivable, and credit revenue. Ngayon, paano naman pag nakolekta natin? Pag nakolekta natin, magkakaroon tayo ng debit, cash, at credit, accounts receivable. Na-discuss natin kanina ang iba't ibang types of adjusting entries. Ngayon naman, nag-prepare kami ng isang problem para gawan ng journal entries, adjusting entries, at subsequent entries. So here's our problem. Attorney Anjan Law Firm has the following transactions during the year. January 1, Attorney Anjan purchased 1-year fire insurance for 5,000. So, ang magiging journal entry nito, bumili daw si Attorney Anjan ng insurance. Okay, good for 1 year. Kaya, magkakaroon tayo ng asset wherein tatawagin natin siyang prepaid insurance dash fire 5,000 at i-credit natin ang cash ng 5,000. February 1, received 240,000 cash in advance from a client for an 18-month professional services. Tumanggap daw tayo ng pera amounting 240,000 cash. Kaya ibig sabihin, mag-i-increase ang ating cash kaya i-debit natin siya by 240,000. Pero ano ang kanyang partner? Since binayad ito ng client natin na gagawin pa lang natin yung services within 18 months, kaya ito ay liability pa natin. Kaya ibig sabihin, tataas ang liability account na unearned professional fees na 240,000. Kaya ito ay i-credit natin. August 1, purchase a 10-month general insurance for 5,000. Bumili daw tayo ng insurance good for 10 months. Kaya ibig sabihin, asset pa ito. Kaya, i-debit natin ang prepaid insurance dash general 5,000 at credit cash 5,000. October 1, receive 30,000 cash from customer for a 4-month service starting November 1. Nakatanggap tayo ng pera. Kaya ibig sabihin, mag-i-increase ang ating cash. Kaya, debit cash, 30,000 at binigay ito ng customer natin for future services na i-render natin starting November 1. Kaya, ito ay liability muna. Kaya i-credit natin ang unearned professional fees ng 30,000. Ang naunang 4 na transactions ay ginawan lang natin ng journal entries. Ang mga susunod na transactions, dito, papasok na ang adjusting entries. Ang una nating gagamitin ay balance sheet approach or asset method and liability method. During December, Attorney Anjan used electric and other utilities and was billed for 6,000. The law firm pays such utility bill on the last of the following month. Ibig sabihin, nagamit na natin, na-consume na natin. Kahit na hindi pa tayo nagbabayad, kailangan na nating i-record ito. Kaya, magkakaroon tayo ng adjusting entry na debit, utilities expense, 6,000 at credit, accrued expense, 6,000. Attorney Anjan pays its secretary every first and 16th day of the month at a monthly rate of 18,000. Nagbabayad daw si Attorney Anjan tuwing unang araw at 16th day ng buwan. Kaya kung ngayon ay December 31, ibig sabihin hindi niya pa nababayaran yung pasweldo ng December 16 hanggang December 31. Kaya ito ay i-record na natin as expense na debit, salaries expense, 18,000 divided by 2 is equal to 9,000 at credit, salaries payable na 9,000. Ang susunod na gagawan natin ng adjusting entries ay yung unang 4 ng ating transactions. Una, yung January 1, bumili tayo ng 1-year fire insurance for 5,000. Ibig sabihin, December 31 ngayon, kailan natin binili? January 1. Kaya January 1 to December 31, yung buong taon na yon nag-expire na. Kaya kung nag-expire na, from asset, magiging expense siya. Kaya debit, insurance expense, credit, prepaid insurance, dash, fire na 5,000. Kung mapapansin natin, yung 5,000, yun yung nagamit natin or yung use portion. Next, i-adjust naman natin yung transaction noong February 1 na nakatanggap daw tayo ng 240,000 cash na para sa 18 months daw. Ngayon, December 31, kaya magbibilang tayo from February papuntang December 31. So, February up to December 31, yan ay total na 11 months. Kaya, ang una nating gagawin, 240,000 divided by 18 at ita-times natin sa na-render natin na 11. Ang mapapalabas natin ay 146,667. Ito ay na-earn na natin dahil naibigay na natin yung serbisyo. Kaya, kung na-earn na natin, mababawasan yung utang natin, i-debit natin ang unearned professional fees na 146,667 at i-credit natin ang professional fees na 146,667. Ang susunod na i-adjust natin is yung binili natin na August 1 na insurance na good for 10 months. December 31 ngayon, kaya August to December 31, it is equal to 5 months na nag-expire. So, ibig sabihin, 5,000 divided by 10 times 5 months na nag-expire equals 2,500. Kaya magiging, from asset, magiging expense na siya. Kaya debit, insurance expense, 2,500. Credit, prepaid insurance, dash general, 2,500. Next na i-adjust natin ay yung October 1 na natanggap nating 30,000 na pera na good for 4 months services starting November 1. Kung December 31 ngayon at nag-start ng November 1, kaya November 1 tsaka December 31, yun pa lang yung nare-render natin. 30,000 divided by 4 times 2 na na-render natin, kaya ang na-earn natin ay 15,000. Kaya kung na-provide na natin yung services from liability, mapupunta na sa revenue. Ang journal entry ay debit, unearned professional fees, 15,000, at credit, professional fees, 15,000. During December, the firm earned 2,750 from its notes receivable from a client. The 1-year, 10% note will due on January 30 of the following year with principal of 30,000 and total interest of 3,000. Kaya ibig sabihin, during December, nakapag-earn tayo ng 11 months na interest income na nagkakahalaga ng 2,750. Kaya, ang magiging adjusting journal entry nito ay debit, tama, receivables pa siya. Kaya debit, interest receivable, 2,750, at credit, interest revenue, 2,750. Ang susunod naming ipapakita ay ang subsequent entries. Unahin na natin yung January 1, na kung saan magbabayad tayo ng pasweldo. Kaya, debit, salaries payable, credit cash, 9,000 for January 1. Next naman is, magbabayad daw tayo noong January 30 ng ating utilities. Kaya, debit, accrued expense, credit cash, 6,000. At the same time, during January 30, matatanggap na rin natin yung ating pautang. Kaya, magkakaroon tayo ng debit cash, 33,000. Bakit 33,000? Kasi, nakasama na dyan yung 3,000 na interest. Pero, ano ba ang credit natin? Una nating i-credit is notes receivable ng 30,000 at i-credit din natin ang interest receivable na 2,750 na ito yung inaccrue natin last year. Tapos, credit interest revenue 250. Ito lang yung na-earn natin from January 1 to January 30. Good for 1 month lang siya. Okay. So, ang susunod naman is February 28 na tayo. Na-provide na natin yung services na required. Ilan yung na-provide nating buwan? January, February, kaya ibig sabihin, 2 buwan. Kaya kung na-provide na natin yung services, mawawalan na tayo ng utang. Kaya, debit, unearned professional fees, 15,000. Credit, professional fees, 15,000. Next naman, tingnan natin nung nagbayad tayo ng insurance expense. Pagdating ng May 31, nag-expire na yung 5 months na insurance expense. Kaya, debit, insurance expense, credit, prepaid insurance, tama, 2,500 ang amount. Next naman, July 31. Noong July 31, 7 buwan ang na-rendered natin doon sa 18 months na nire-require sa atin na services. Kaya therefore, after 7 months na i-provide na natin yung services na kailangan, magre-recognize na ulit tayo or na-earn na natin kasi yung revenue. Kaya matatanggal na siya under liability account. Kaya, debit, unearned professional fees, 93,333, credit, professional fees, 93,333. Ang una naming pinakita ay gamit ang balance sheet method or asset and liability method. Ang susunod naman ay ang tinatawag nating income statement method or revenue and expense method. Pag sinabi nating income statement approach, ang mga advance payment natin for expenses ay nire-record kaagad as expense. Ang mga natatanggap naman natin na advances from customer ay nire-record natin kaagad as revenue. The same transactions ang gagamitin natin at ipapakita namin sa inyo ang magiging journal entry niya gamit ang income statement method. Noong January 1, imbes na debit prepaid insurance, ang magiging journal entry natin ay debit insurance expense, credit cash 5,000. Next, February 1, debit cash, credit professional fees 240,000. Kung mapapansin ninyo, kahit advance ito na galing sa ating customer, ni-record kaagad as professional fees. Susunod, August 1. Debit, insurance expense, 5,000. Credit, cash, 5,000. Kahit ulit binili natin ito as advance payment for insurance, na-record ulit natin to as expense. Next, October 1. Nakatanggap ulit tayo ng advance payment from our customer. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng debit cash 30,000 at ang i-credit ulit natin ay professional fees 30,000. So kung mapapansin natin sa mga journal entries natin, nire-record natin kaagad as expense at nire-record natin din kaagad as revenue yung mga advance payment from our customers. So susunod tayo ay adjusting entries na tayo. Pareho lang ang magiging adjusting entry nung nakaraan ng debit, utilities expense at credit, accrued expense na 6,000. Sa adjusting entry, ang magbabago lang naman ay ang recording ng advance payment for expenses and advance payment ng ating customer. Pero, ang accrual ay pareho pa rin kahit income statement yan or balance sheet method yan. Next, yung ating pasweldo. Debit, salaries expense, credit, salaries payable, 9,000. At ang susunod nating i-adjust ay ang accrual of interest income. Kaya therefore, sabi ko nga kanina, pag accrual, pareho lang. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng debit, interest receivable, credit, interest revenue, 2,750. Next, i-adjust natin ngayon yung letter A na insurance expense. Ano ang adjusting nito? Tama kayo! Wala na tayong journal entry for this item. Bakit? Kasi nag-expire na. Initially, ni-record na natin siya as insurance expense. Kasi, pagdating natin ng income statement method, ang i-record na natin or i-journalize natin for adjusting is the unexpired portion. Ibig sabihin, nag-expire na lahat, kaya wala na tayong magiging adjusting journal entry for letter A. Next, December 31 yung professional fees naman kanina, yung nag-advance na customer natin. Ibig sabihin, tatanggalin muna natin yung hindi pa natin na-rendered. Kasi kung hindi tayo nag-adjust, magiging overstated ang ating professional fees. Kasi, 11 months pa lang yung nai-rendered natin. Kaya kukunin naman natin ngayon yung 7 months na hindi pa natin na ibibigay na serbisyo. Kaya, debit, professional fees, credit, unearned professional fees? Tama! 93,333 ang amount. Yung 93,333 na amount, yan yung tinatawag nating unrendered or yung hindi pa natin naibibigay. Ang susunod nating i-adjust ay yung binili nating insurance noong August 1. Kaya, August 1 hanggang December 31, 5 buwan pa lang yung nagagamit natin. Sa ating original journal entry, ang ginawa natin ay in-expense natin lahat yung 5,000. Kaya, kung hindi tayo mag-adjust, magkakaroon tayo ng overstated sa expenses. So, therefore, babawasan natin siya ng 2,500. Debit, prepaid insurance, 2,500. Credit, insurance expense, 2,500. Binawasan natin ang expense at binalik muna natin siya or nilagay natin siya as prepaid insurance. Yung 2,500 na amount, ang ilalagay natin dyan ay the unexpired portion. Next na i-adjust natin ay yung natanggap natin no October 1 na advance from customer. Kaya, debit, professional fees, credit, unearned professional fees, 15,000. Bakit yan yung journal entry natin? Kasi, magiging sobra ang marirecord nating professional fees kasi hindi pa naman natin talaga na-earn. 2 buwan pa lang yung ating nare-render sa ating customer. Kaya, magiging liability pa natin yung 2 buwan. Tama. So, next tayo is mga subsequent entries. Noong January 1, magbabayad na siya ng tinatawag nating sweldo. Kaya, debit, salaries payable, credit cash, 9,000. Ang susunod niyang babayaran ay yung January 30 na kanyang mga utilities. Kaya debit, accrued expense, 6,000, credit cash, 6,000. Next is yung January 30. Magbabayad na yung nagkautang sa kanya. Same lang ang journal entry nito nung balance sheet method at dito sa income statement method. Debit cash, 33,000. Credit, notes receivable, 30,000. Credit, interest receivable, 2,750. Credit, interest revenue, 250. Pagdating ng February 28, na-rendered na rin natin yung 2 months doon sa 4 na buwan. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng debit, unearned professional fees, at credit, professional fees, 15,000. Kasi na-earn na natin yung ating revenue. Next, May 31. Magiging expense na rin yung 5 buwan na unang binayaran natin nung nakaraang taon na insurance. Kaya, debit, insurance expense, credit, prepaid insurance, 2,500. At pagdating ng July 31, yung 18 months nung nakaraang buwan na ang natira na lang ngayong taon ay 7 buwan, ay na-render na rin natin. Kaya, magkakaroon tayo ng debit, unearned professional fees, at credit, professional fees, 93,333. Tapos na tayo sa adjusting process. Pinakita namin ang pinagkaiba ng balance sheet method at income statement method.